Hey y'all, so I know I've been doing a lot of videos on nature and stuff, so I'm gonna get back a little bit to some of the tech stuff because some of you all been asking me about this. I'm gonna give you a proper breakdown of what it is and what was the idea, why I did it. This is a Harrison 500 series rack, right? Now, what a 500 series rack simply means, it's a chassis, blank chassis, that you can buy modules from different manufacturers and integrate them into your console or your recording chain, live chain, whatever. Now this one has a Dante card. Dante mean audio networking, so I can pretty much connect as many consoles as I want and use any of these modules in any particular order at any given time. So I could have the Yamaha, maybe the Midas, and any other console that has a Dante or a way of getting Dante audio back and forth. So let me cut through this now and get back to, let's go to the beginning. The first item is a Neve 511. It's a preamp which takes a signal from a microphone and gets it up to your optimal gain for operating within a chain or something like that. So you have your trim and stuff. These have something called silk, right? And silk is basically a type of saturation that increases harmonic distortion, harmonic first order, second order. So harmonic distortion tends to be something musical. It's kind of what you hear when you listen to an instrument that has a lot of nice overtones and stuff. So this is what a Neve 511. The second item is another Neve 511. Now, as I said, these are all in a Dante chassis. So once you get into this or plug a signal into it, it's automatically either goes anywhere here or the console or any other console that I have with the Dante stuff, right? So there's two, because just in case you want to have a stereo signal, or even well, in most cases you have separate singers. Now this guy is special. Now some of you guys, those who know, would know what the API 512 is, the original 512C. Now this is a significant improvement because this is a 512V, meaning you've got an output so you can send the gain up and then take the output back, because typically that would hit a sound card really, or converter really hard. They also put a combo jack so you can have the DI at the front. And I don't know if the others had this tap, but this tap basically is a transformer tap. Okay, so I could go into this API and then go into any other device down the chain. It's kind of split in half, and I'll explain that in a bit. So the next one is, if you're familiar with an Emperical Labs distressor, this is kind of like a distressor with a few little options. It has this here, which is the attack mod, which is it slows the attack even further. So this is basically a compressor. It's a VCA compressor, so it's very similar to this down here, but this one is used put on channels and stuff. This is a unique item that I tried out and I kind of like it. It's a harmonic equalizer, so it does EQ. Well, did that in a using the harmonics in the chain. So let me explain that. Like where this might be voiced at, let's say 100 hertz. If I was to pull this down, it'll be affecting the harmonics in the it'll pull on the fundamental, but it'll leave the harmonics in. And if I go this way up, it'll boost the harmonics of that fundamental. A little bit different. Has a few features there. This is the old boy that if you're from the Caribbean, you definitely know what this is. Now, this part over here is assignable. This is how I set it up. It could be anything, but now I've kind of dedicated this side towards like the main section, like the output. All right, so on the subwoofer bus, if you have a sub-aux, it goes through this device, which is a sub harmonic synthesizer. So this would be your first sub harmonic, then another sub harmonic even lower than that. This will be the blend of there's another tone that's there, the fundamental that you would be sending. For example, if you're, let's say you're doing 55 hertz, this would be octave below, 2 octaves below, and then you have a overall volume of this as well. So this is only on the subwoofer bus. So things that will benefit from this would be kick drums, like a 22 would sound bigger, bass guitar, everything would just sound bigger. Acoustic guitar even, because sometimes you can even simulate like a lower end bass guitar together with it just a bit. So that's the sub bus. Then now these guys are daisy chained into each other, so this one goes to this one. You could set it up different in Dante controller, but that's just how I did it. So this is the SSL Ultraviolet. It's a stereo equalizer, and it's kind of voiced in a musical way in the terms that it saturates as well. So this, your left and right goes into here. So if your signal is a left-right sub system, sub goes there, and the left and right would be here. So I could easily reach and grab things without having to get into the console, right? And then, the jewel of the setup, this is the SSL G Bus. It's on the master bus, so left and right goes into here and then into here. So this allows you to like just tap the compression down a little bit. So the glue word that everybody keeps using, it just makes it more, it brings it together so it doesn't sound as separated as it could be. It really helps the digital mixers for sure. So that's what that is. And you could get into, let me just show you guys something. You could get into the Harrison here. All right, let's see. I think that I unplug it. All right. There we go. Okay, so you can see like so this is where the EQ is run into the G Bus, and these would be the first bunch of preamps. So you could patch anything anywhere that you want. It could be any console or anything like that. Okay, cool. So that's the breakdown.